Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. The Cardinals have every intention of walking out of today's game with win number 4 on the season. It's the Saints going up against the Cardinals.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and University of Phoenix Stadium here in Glendale. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Arizona Cardinals. Fielded about a yard deep. And now running right through it. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. First carry now. This is Johnson. Whoosh. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
So much of this game is still mental, still psychological. Yeah, we just saw a big-time run right there, but you have to believe he was dreaming about this last night in his hotel room before this one, thinking, hey, first time I touch it, let's go for some big yardage and set a tone. That's exactly what he got done.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Second down following the run. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Rivers now from the 50. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On 3rd and 1, here's Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Denzel Perryman in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And right away, he lost the football. And now he bowls him over.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Snead, the receiver, in motion left. They'll set up to throw. They set up the screen to Martin. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll look to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially given 15. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. First down, Rivers. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a 1st down. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer 3rd of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. These say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad, eh.
First carry for Daniel Pumphrey. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run again with Pumphrey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
They'll try to throw here, Rivers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. play action. Rivers. And that is incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Gets fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and
have
out.
that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
They pitch it out to Martin. And, his first carry, he loses the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Oh, look at Thomas wide open. A good pick up there of 20 yards. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Now back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
On second down, Martin. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Following the penalty, Martin. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit! Detroit!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. They needed 14. They got 15 here on 3rd down.
Here we go now. 319. 319. No. Check. Over. Back there. Watch it now, Marty.
First out, here's the run with Martin. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
All right, here we go. Watch it now. All right, now, look at 50. Over. No. Check. Patriot. Back there, not Philly. Here we go.
They'll set up a throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that
David Johnson on his way. The 20, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Dayon Buchanan in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
No. Here we go now. Blue 90.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They find some open field here. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyvon Branch. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
First down carry here for Johnson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Two minutes to play here in the first half. More from the desert after this. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. They go to Johnson again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Lucky 56. Ready. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Check 3. Set round 80.
Rivers on 3rd and 2. Escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Detroit. Gun. Back 99. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They run the counter with Martin. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
The penalty really backs up the offense here on first down. Now 20 yards to go.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Here we go.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's third down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on third down.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Watching now, Barney. Gun. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on down to our studios in Orlando, where standing by is Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 19. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because We often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution?
And he loses the football a second time. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On second down, Johnson. A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd-and-2 situation.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Cardinals on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd-and-2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So that's 3 field goals for him now, but heck, he's not even halfway to his career best of 7.
It seems like the 7 field goal games are the kind of games I always get assigned to in my other job. Let's hope for this offense's sake they can start cashing in on a few of these drives.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah. I
like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit. Let's go. All right, now, look at 56. Look at. Over.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
But they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Check 50. Blitz.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8.
Go. Let's run.
Here we go now. Green. 39.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56. Here we go now. 319. 319. Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
All right, here we go.
And off comes to Martin. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Second down to the offense needing 5 yards.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Now let's go. Leopard.
Even.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time 45. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Second down, the ball on the 2 here, 2nd and goal. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
What we're seeing from the defense here is a group of guys bearing down, trying to help out their quarterback after he threw an interception. Good stops on the first 2 downs. It brings up a key 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They come out here in the eye. Here's a sneak with Jones. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Cardale Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Santos out down. He'll kick it away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Scott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Okay, we got 4. We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a handoff running off tackle right. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down.
Well, that wasn't just a loss. That was a loss of big yardage there. So the sense you're starting to get is that offensively, things are starting to pile up against them, and they've got to find a way to stop that. Conversely, how about the great call by the defensive coordinator? He realized that he's got him on the run a little bit. That call was made to get upfield penetration by his defensive front to try and get into the gaps, get upfield into the backfield, and make a big play. I think that was actually called not so much just to, to get it done that way, but to say, hey, guess what? We're going to be aggressive, and we had an opportunity and seized it.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Looking to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Scott. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Now here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And wow, the fair catch was signaled for and taken inside the 5-yard line. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Shift together here from the D-line. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Again, it's Johnson. And an alley to run. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now a handoff, Johnson, and he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Oh, design run for their wideout. A nice move by Nelson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. And at this point, after that return for a touchdown, I guess the only thing is you're asking what else could go wrong.
Not only that, I think that between the two of us, we thought this was over before. I believe now it's really over.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They begin the drive with Johnson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He finds an opening past the 40. That one good for 33 and a first.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. So now a carry here for their fullback. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Second down, Rivers. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Scott. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
No, check. Patriot. Detroit. All right, here we go. 3-19.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They give to Martin. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. And now the offense operates in the red zone.
No. Check. Patriot. Back there. Over. All right, now, lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Gun. All right, here we go. Check. Patriot. 39. Green, 39.
Back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
From the 4, it's 2nd and goal. Back to the ground, Martin. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Martin. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating when we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And this is going to be caught. And how about that? Even after snapping it from back there, they still convert for the 2 points. And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
Ready? Check, lead 80. Detroit!
Flowing here, Rivers. Flushed out right. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. The ball still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. So out comes the field goal team once more. This will be from 49 yards out. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that'll extend this lead now up to 25. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
A lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's Scott. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Needed 13. They got 14 on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well,